achieve your goals. I'm looking forward to this talk. If you're new to my YouTube channel, my name is Jonathan, and I'm a teacher. I help people to build confidence, definitely overcome procrastination, and to achieve their goals in life. So I'll get straight into it. I did a live stream earlier on today, which was how to break out of isolation. Let me just fix this, hold on. I'm not sure why the connection doesn't work. Right, let's see if we can work with this, because the connection keeps going in and out for some reason, because I'm on the rooftop. Right, so how do you overcome procrastination? Well, I think the obvious thing is that you've got to want to overcome it. You know, a lot of people procrastinate because of their anxieties and their fears, but they don't actually really want to overcome it. Maybe they do deep down. So that's the first thing that you've got to want to do. You've got to really talk to yourself and make that commitment. In a positive way, of course, you know, without putting yourself down. Another thing I want to touch on as well is a lot of procrastination, if not all of it, comes from people trying to be perfect, which obviously perfectionism is not possible. None of us are perfect. We don't even know what that is. We've got an idea. So people are, you know, are not allowing themselves to make mistakes and learn, which is how you get confident, which is how you overcome procrastination, which is how you achieve your goals. And people forget probably thousands of times a day, because the way that their mind works until they change it and work on their positivity, they're always comparing themselves to other people that they think are better than them, that are more confident, that don't have any issues, which is never the case. And if someone is better than you, it's because they've worked hard and they've developed a skill, and you can do the same. So understanding the mechanisms that are holding you back, fear and anxiety. Procrastination is another term for fears. So people don't do things because they're scared of failing. So when you understand why you're procrastinating and why you're failing to overcome it, that can start to help you to successfully overcome it. So you've got to make a decision and a commitment to risk these things. Failure, other people criticizing you, the phone drop, oh here we go, the phone dropping. You know, you've got to go through these challenges, and it's such a great feeling when you've got the courage to go through these things and get beyond them, and once you get confident and you're successful, you don't really mind what people think, because it's not about what they think, it's about how you feel about yourself, and you feel good, and you're more in a mindset of wanting to help other people and be around positive people. So these are a lot of the mental barriers that people get stuck in. What will people think about me? What if I fail? What if I make a fool of myself? What if it's painful? All these thoughts might come true about the consequences, so I'd rather just put it off and do it another day. So the habit of putting things off is procrastination. That's what keeps you stuck. And getting out of it is making a commitment. Now, I'd say realistically, most people, including me, if they've been procrastinating for a long time now, whether it's years, months, or it's just been a hell of a long time, they've built a habit of procrastinating, of not being confident, of practicing behaviors which are not confident, because confidence is a learnt behavior, as is procrastination. So you're not going to do it straight away, which is why you've got to work at it gradually, and you've got to build up to it. And you do that by setting goals, short-term goals, having a daily routine, you know, making a list of things that you want to do, and you start to get good at getting things done, which scare you, which are difficult. So that's how you do it. That's certainly an explanation. Something that has helped me, and I hope it will help all of you, and it's helped quite a lot of my clients, because obviously we're all the same in that we're all human. We've all got fears, you know, we all procrastinate, but we can all overcome these things, which is great. Many of us have done it. Maybe you've done it. I'm sure at some point all of you have done it. It's doing it again. I've done it. Let's hope you can do it. So people ask me, how did you overcome procrastination? When I'm in client sessions, I'm mentoring them, I say, I had to really understand the consequences, the negative consequences as to what it was doing to my mental health, my self-esteem, my life, my happiness. And it wasn't good. And you don't, you know, the pain of regret as you get older, missing out, you know, sometimes it makes you unknowingly selfish, because a lot of people could benefit from you being confident and achieving your goals. And achieving goals can sometimes be built around not just what we want to achieve, but you know, I've got my goals are to help other people. So if I procrastinate, I don't get to help as many people because I choose to be a bit selfish and think only about myself, right? So when I really started to understand, that was beautiful there, wow. Whole pack of birds in one direction. When I started to understand the consequences, the negative consequences, that motivated me that I don't want this anymore. I want to make changes in my life. I don't want to miss out. You know, I want to be a better person. So understanding what you want from life, from yourself, from your goals, you know, becoming a better person, helping other people, enjoying life, you know, what we all kind of want. That helps. All of these things help. I'm from England. I'm from London, and I'm also I'm Irish descent. So I've got some Irish in my family heritage and blood, which I'm proud of. But I'm born in England. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Thanks for coming on the stream. Is this the first time you're on the channel? You want to learn about building confidence? Great. You know, it's this conversation. I often say mentorship's a dialogue. It's a conversation that can motivate you and help you to get past procrastination. Good to see you, Timmy. How are you doing? You enjoying the weather? So maybe some of you want to see if that works. Really, you know, sometimes apologies when people come on the streams, I don't always know if they're making jokes or not. So that's why sometimes I'm a bit reluctant to respond straight away, because you know, you might be joking about something that's a sensitive subject, and also you may be telling the truth, obviously, because I'm not with you. How you doing, Frank? Oh, it's beautiful, man. Life is beautiful, blessed, sunny weather, nice people. Couldn't be more blessed. How are you doing? So today we're talking about procrastination, how to overcome it, how to build confidence. Okay. Hey man, I'm sorry that you're going through that, whatever you're going through. Hopefully, right, coming on this stream will make you feel better. And keep my prayers and fingers crossed that things are going to work out for you, what you're going through. So, consequences are good to understand in a positive way. Like I said earlier, trying to be perfect. We all go through that. None of us are. And if you try to, there's a bee. Listen, I love you guys, but why do you always come and try and sting me when I'm trying to do a live stream? What are you doing? Oh, get away. I was scared of these as a kid. A viral moment. They always come out when I do these live streams. They must love what I've got to say. The birds, the bees, everything's coming out. If you don't sting me and hurt me, I promise I won't hurt you, right? I think we've made an agreement. Anyway, all good. Just coming from teaching training. That's good. How's that going? Tell me more. Awesome. Timmy says he met a chap the other day, and his name was I think he's having a joke with me, but I love the jokes. It's 42 degrees. Wow, no electricity. It's a living hell, but love your stream, man. So peaceful. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I like your honesty. I like your directness, man. Gotta be careful as well, man, because my mum comes on my live streams. She's always checking on me, so you know, I've got to be on my best behavior. If you're on my live stream, mum, hit that like button. You know it makes sense. It's bees. Right, procrastination, yeah, where are we? So, it's something that you do gradually. That's what I found from my experience with overcoming procrastination, and I think it's something that we do daily. And we gotta try and make it fun. We often do that, and I do that at times too, and my clients do it. We make things so difficult. We make them miserable. We make them depressing, and they don't have to be. Building confidence doesn't have to be a miserable task, as does overcoming procrastination. It can be fun. It can be exciting. You can allow yourself to be human for once, instead of putting so much pressure that you have to be perfect, and if you're not perfect, then you're a failure, you're not good enough, and worrying too much about what others think. Let's start to focus on good people. When you focus on good people, all the people in your life that are being good to you, all of you are good on this platform. I believe there's good in everyone. Sometimes people are in a bad place. Some people's behavior obviously is not always nice. So when you start focusing on positive people, you feel better about life. You're not worried about what people are going to think about me. So that's another important little piece of the jigsaw puzzle. Keep the questions coming, guys and girls. I appreciate them, and let me know how your day is and what all of you are up to. So, running. I love running. I wish all of you could love it, but I understand it might not be for everyone. Running has been a great tool for me personally to overcome procrastination in my life and to help my clients, and to do this live stream today. Because I've said before, we're all human. Coaches, teachers, and sometimes all of you are lovely. I don't feel like doing these live streams. Of recent, there's been a sudden change. I'm starting to enjoy them again, and that's been because I've been running a lot. I enjoy running. Running gives you confidence. Running gives you the strength to overcome procrastination in any area of your life. It certainly has for me. I know it can do the same for all of you. So with running, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Not today, Timmy, but I will later on. I appreciate you asking. So with the running, you build the strength and the stamina, because you do need all these things within that umbrella of confidence. You need stamina to overcome procrastination. And please, all of you, let me know areas of your life where you're procrastinating. No judgment here, we're helping each other. People procrastinate on their career. They procrastinate on, you know, spending time with their friends, their family. Some of you procrastinate on booking a session with me. You've been saying for a long time that you're going to do it, you haven't. I've done it too. I procrastinated on therapy, getting coaching, all areas that we can do it on. So exercising and running gets you into a good place mentally, and being in a good place mentally makes overcoming procrastination a lot easier. I'm even quite bold and confident to say pretty easy. But often when people are struggling with procrastination for a long time in their life and they're stuck, whether it's in their career, it's relationships, it's with their health, it's with their whole attitude towards life, it's with tasks around their house, or it might be that they've planned to, you know, go and do some traveling. Whatever the case may be, it's usually in these areas. It could be education, university, it could be changing jobs, it could be applying for jobs if you're unemployed. Whatever the case may be, usually people are not in a good headspace. They're depressed, they're down, they've lost confidence, They're not connecting. Well, once in a while. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, the tips, okay, do I have any tips for being more positive? All the things that I'm saying now, if you could just listen, just be a bit more patient. All the things I'm going through are how to be positive. It's a mindset that I'm explaining with regards to being positive. But if you want quick tips, I'd say when you wake up in the morning, make the bed, try and practice gratitude, being thankful for what you have got in your life, and that will help you. I appreciate it, GK. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well as well. So, procrastination, you know, really understanding why you're procrastinating. Like I said, it's a sign of not being in a good place. If you've been procrastinating for a long time. Now, of course, procrastination is something that everyone does from time to time, and that doesn't mean that you're in a negative place. But I'm trying to say, don't beat yourself up. We're trying to change the relationship. I did this with a client. We were successful at it, and I said to him, it's going to be challenging, but we're going to get there, and we did. I was working on helping him to change his relationship with how he went about living his life, with his business, his career, his habits, his diet, his goals, dealing with people, dealing with the challenges of other people when they're challenging, and they can be, as you know, as a fellow human being. People can be wonderful, but they can be difficult, right? So I said to him, if we change the relationship with the way that you relate to how you judge yourself on not being good enough because you didn't do enough in your career, or you didn't go gym enough, or you wasn't good on your diet, or you got down because of something someone said to you, some criticism. If we can start to change that relationship, which we can, and stop putting yourself down, you can be honest with yourself and make it a bit more fun and more acceptant, and do the best you can. You're gonna win, and that's what happened. He won. He did really well. So it's changing the relationship, and a lot of people I'll hear it. They'll say things like, "Oh, I hate my job. I hate going to work." I understand that. Or, "Oh, I hate cleaning my apartment. Oh, I hate dieting. Oh, I hate exercising." You want to change that word of hate. You could at least say, it's really challenging. Let's try, you know, a couple of fun things, or laughing and saying, work's challenging, really challenges me, but I'm going to try and find the positive within it. And you start to do that, like you said earlier, you asked me a question about positivity, you're going to feel more positive. I have to climb up a big flight of stairs to come up on this roof. And I had to change my relationship, because I said, I'm quite fit, I like to exercise, but it's not easy carrying this chair upstairs, which is really high, and setting this up. But I changed it, and I said, you know what, this is wonderful. I love climbing up these chairs, and I didn't want to have a hateful relationship with the internet connection. I said, the connection may cut out today. If it cuts out, fantastic, we'll find another way. If the connection is working, brilliant, I'm blessed. Either way, change the relationship with how you talk to yourself and how you relate to the way you're living your life, and then you start to feel better. Oh, you don't need to apologize to me, no offense taken at all. Yeah, these are not good for you. I very rarely have these. I eat a healthy diet, but you are right, they're not good for you, and I wouldn't recommend them. But again, I'm coming back to today not being perfect. None of us are perfect. We're a work in progress. So you're right. You are right. Appreciate you looking out for me. So all these things are important, where, like I said, when people put too much pressure on themselves, they procrastinate because you're beating yourself to the ground. Performance is all about your attitude. Look, when we're younger, right, and our parents say, you need to clean your apartment, or you need to wash the dishes. When we're younger, we can get upset with our parents. I know I did. Or someone in authority that's telling us things that are for our own benefit, if we feel like someone is punishing us and talking in a negative way and putting us down and making us feel stupid, there's an immediate resistance to that. There can be, again, based on your personality, but for a lot of people, I was like that. But if someone says it with respect and says, look, would you mind, you know, in a nice way, you'd be like, yeah, I can do that, I'll do that. So the same way with respecting yourself. How do you talk to yourself? Because if you say to yourself, I'm a loser, I procrastinate on everything, you're not going to get anywhere like that. But you could say, look, at the moment, I am disappointed that I'm procrastinating, and I know I could do better, and I want better for my life, and I want to get more done. I'd like to start to be more of a disciplined person, but I'm not going to judge myself in a way that's going to make me mentally unwell and make me depressed when I don't need to do that to myself. You start to change. The gentleman, Anis, says, I'm drinking a lot of beer, more than the past lately, and I'm trying to slow down. Any tips? You know what, that's a difficult one. I want to be honest with you, right? I don't have all the answers for that, because I'm not an expert in, you know, not drinking. But I'll try and give you something now and give you something that I think will be helpful. But I'm going to be honest with you, all the things I'm saying will help with all these different situations that you're talking about of wanting to cut down more. I would say exercise. I would say that can help. That's helped a lot of people. Again, there's no guarantee, it's not 100%, but try it. Exercising, you know, the more you work out, the more you get a natural high, right? Because I'm guessing we've all got some addictions to sugar, some people got alcohol, drugs. You're taking something to make you feel better about not feeling good. So exercising is a healthy high, running. So I would recommend that you try that. You try and do some exercise, and you try to start eating a healthy diet. But like I said, get that balance with that nice relationship, because I'm sure if someone keeps putting themselves down and saying, oh, I'm a loser, I'm always drinking, I'm never going to quit drinking, I'm a terrible person, that's not going to help a person generally. Now, if that works for some people, then that's great. But for a lot of people, that doesn't work. That doesn't work for me. So it's trying not to put yourself down. You can obviously be honest with yourself and say, hey, I need to get more done. But you don't have to put yourself down, or anyone, in such a way that's so negative and critical and bullying, because that just ruins your whole mentality. Appreciate that, man. I'm happy to help you. So overcoming procrastination, it's not just an action, which it is. So people say, I've been procrastinating on my studies at university. So the solution is, what? Study, you know, read the books, or you got to write an exam, prepare. But it's not just that. It's their relationship to themselves, how they talk to themselves, how they feel, what they're saying to themselves. If we can change that, we can take the action. Not, Tommy, not at all, man. Don't feel like that. You haven't. That's your own worry and thinking. You've not upset me. You've not done anything wrong, my friend. I always appreciate you coming on. I like your jokes. You've not done that, so you can stay on. If you've got to go, of course, go. You haven't ruined my flow. I appreciate you coming on the streams, the questions. So that's okay. Again, you're being too hard on yourself. See, people do that. So it's learning to lighten up, because, as I said, these things are difficult things, so we work on making them easier. So we need patience, because there's some things that we procrastinate on that we can overcome today, but there are some things that are going to take a bit more time, and that's fine, that's okay. It's going great, man. It's good to see you, Infinite Youth. Good to see you. Good to see all of you. By the way, as well, I don't mind people writing questions. I don't mind people sharing their day. You're not interrupting me. That's one of the reasons why I do these streams. That's why it says Q&A. So it's not like you don't have to worry about interrupting. If you did do that, I would say in a respectful way. But I want you guys, without the questions, there's no community. I'm just talking to myself on a video, which I've done a few times, and that can be fun, but it's not as fun as helping all of you and helping one another. Have you been feeling anxious a lot lately? I can understand that. Yeah, coming on the streams will help, you know. Yeah, you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing, taking that approach. Yeah, you're actually, you said it yesterday, and I agreed with what you're doing. I think that's what I'm learning a lot lately from helping people again, mentoring and the streams, is that things take time for people. Not everyone can do things straight away, and that's totally fine. I've been the same as well many times. There are some people who do things quicker, but we mustn't compare ourselves to them, because then you bring yourself down, because we don't know their whole life, we don't know what they've been through. But it's good to get inspired by people. That's just a slight change in positivity. Instead of looking at other people, guys and girls, on social media or in your life and saying, well, they're making me feel bad because they're better than me, they're more confident, I'm down, they've got a better life, I haven't. We really want to change that and say, how can I try and be happy for them and try and get inspired by them? That helps. Oh, that's great. So you're doing some good things already. So Anis says what makes him happy, most happy in his life is MBA. What makes me happy. That's great, and a lot of you are agreeing. And I realized this a couple of months ago on reflection, because you know some of the mistakes that I felt I made with some of you and some of my teachings were, I had to learn to be a bit more patient with all of you. Because I got a bit impatient that a lot of you weren't making the progress that I wanted all of you to make, and I felt that you could make. And I had to remember how hard things have been for me at times, and how much patience I've needed from other people and myself. And just because sometimes I work with a client and they make a lot of progress because they're committed, I can't always expect every single one of you to make the same progress, because everyone's an individual and we're all going through different things in our life. So that's important to understand. So that's something that I feel I've done a lot better at, and listening to people telling me, well, Jonathan, it isn't as easy. I did a video recently, I do a lot of clips of me training, and I said, you know, going to the gym will help you overcome depression. And there was a guy commented and said, this doesn't work for me. I've done this, and it made me realize that actually he's right. It works for me, it's worked for a lot of people, my clients, but it doesn't mean that it's worked for him. And then I thought, well, maybe he needs to do something different. I haven't met him in person, so that also made me understand. Yeah, Infinite Youth says we need more kindness to ourselves. True. I feel like my anxiety comes a lot from putting too much pressure on myself. You're absolutely right. So that's why I was saying earlier, Infinite Youth, for everyone, if they can change their relationship to procrastination and anxiety and be kinder to themselves, they're going to be more likely to take more action in their career, in their life or relationships, or in their fitness and health, or just, you know, just things in general. And then they're going to build that confidence back. But it's something that you have to learn and train. It's a habit, because all of us, until we change it, our mind naturally, most people, certainly my mind and pretty much everyone that I've met, we have a negative mind. We have an automatic negative voice in our head that's very, very negative and critical on us, and at times others. So to train that obviously takes time to build that habit, like any habit that you've built. problem is seeing people that made me small to help me. And that's the thing that I do like about these live streams, is that having a conversation with the mentorship and the community, it helps people. It helps people to calm down and think in a more positive way, get their problems out, get that confidence back, and then, you know, take action on the things that you want to take action on. Infinite Youth says a lot of people feel like they're in a race with each other, but we still don't start from the same place as each other. That's brilliantly said. You've got some great, you know, answers there, great advice, and it seems that you're starting to take your own advice, and that's good for everybody to listen to. So that's really good. If you are new to my channel and you are enjoying it, which is great, subscribe to the channel so we can grow the community and help more people. You know, when you're younger, yeah, all of you, I'm sure you relate to this. You ever had a time where a friend asked you if you wanted to go to the cinema with them, or if you wanted to go on a trip, or, you know, go to the house, play video games, have dinner? You know, if you felt pressured that you were obligated, that you had to do it, how did you feel? You probably felt that you didn't want to do it, that you were reluctant. But if they didn't put pressure on you and it came from an easygoing place, you probably were like, yeah, I'd love to come. So if I can use that same example as how you can practice talking to yourself in order to get the best out of yourself, to overcome procrastination and do the things that you want to do in your life, that would really help. All the times I need to use the toilet of now. I'm going to make separate YouTube videos on this, because I like learning. I learned something today from helping all of you, and all of you help me and help one another. And I didn't know this maybe several years ago when I was teaching. That's why it's nice to learn. I'm realizing that before people take action and face that anxiety of procrastination, there's quite a lot of work that needs to be done, or can be done, which is great, on the way that they are talking to themselves, just as much as the action, if that makes sense. Because if you're trying to take action in an area in your life, but you're really putting yourself down, you're putting yourself in such a negative mood, and you're not really enjoying what you're doing. And I'm a huge believer in enjoying whatever it is that you're doing, and trying to find, even if it's something that is not enjoyable, difficult, you can always do that if you dig deep. Gratitude. And again, you know, I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record that keeps going off. Maybe I am. It's the energy in me. The running has really helped me to learn this in a more clearer way, if that makes sense. Because there were times where I didn't feel like running 2-3 years ago when I started, and I was putting a lot of pressure on myself. And when I started to take the pressure off and say that I don't have to run today, I'm not a failure, if I don't run, I'm still good enough, then I started to want to run, and then I started to enjoy running, and now I love running. And that example can help all of you. And it says, man, when I was younger, my friend was coming to my house every day to ask to go out. Oh, that's beautiful. And play and have fun. I always kicked him out now. I'm just trying to get out of the house. Man, time's chance. Infinite Youth, do you think people can find fulfillment in their life? Oh, of course they can, absolutely. I absolutely, I know that for sure, definitely. I'm starting to really enjoy these streams. This is great. Thanks for coming on. So try and practice that tip today, all of you. You know, try to talk to yourself in a way that's easygoing, and then you'll find you'll feel lighter. Your mood will be better. If you're in a good mood, this procrastination is not hard. It's easy. I think that B, you know, I think we made a good agreement. He isn't trying to sting me, or she's not trying to sting me. That's all right. Yeah, I know sometimes I can understand your questions, Anis. I know the keyboards can be it can be difficult. Yeah. You know what, all of you, apologies, right? I'm gonna need a toilet break. In regards to your question, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We'll see. That's not my main goal at the moment. So yeah, 2 steps with overcoming procrastination, just to summarize it. Step number 1, start to practice talking to yourself in a positive way and stop telling yourself that you're not good enough and putting yourself down and that you can't do it. Stop saying that. And step number 2, just slowly start to take action on things that are making you feel afraid, or things that you want to do in your life. Just for an example, going to the gym, your career, you know, spending time with family, friends, or, you know, traveling, whatever the case may be. Talk to yourself in a positive way, make your mood good, work on building that good relationship with yourself and how you talk to yourself, and start to take more action, and then you're going to get better results in life. You know, building confidence is a gradual thing. It's not an overnight thing. Yeah, sometimes the affirmations don't work. Like I've said earlier, Infinite Youth, some of the things that do work, they might not always work for you at this time. So you might want to try something else. If you're trying affirmations, but you're not sure if they're working, then that probably means that they're not working, right? They're not, because you'd be sure. So try something else. Try this. This works for me. Listen to the Rocky songs. Watch the Rocky movies. You know, listen to something that gives you good emotions. You know what, apologies all of you, right? I'm quickly gonna run to the toilet. I don't want to stop this stream right now, and I'll be back. Give me a minute, we'll have a minute break. Hopefully this phone, if it does blow over, it shouldn't blow over. I'll be back in a minute, right? I'm just using the toilet. It's a miracle. My phone's still here. No one stole my phone. I've got good neighbours. Brilliant. Right, let's get into this. Oh, batteries. Why do you always do this? Remember, change that relationship. Batteries low. Right. So yeah, I mean, I covered most of the things today. There's a lot of information there. We can touch on a few more things. You're not the only one. I thought I was sitting on the beach. Look, it seems like it because there's stones up here. So yeah, I should say on the live streams that I'm at Brighton Beach or Margate. Actually, it's a good idea. I'm going to go to the beach soon. I did it last year. I did it, and the year before. Actually, had a great time. So yeah, some of you might be procrastinating on going to the beach. No, seriously, it could be anything. Now, I remember a few weeks ago I was procrastinating on getting my beard and what's left of my hair trimmed, and I've got to do it again. I'm joking, but it's dead serious. You know, procrastination can be the smallest things, and if you do the small things, you feel better, you get more confidence, and then you can take on the bigger areas where you're procrastinating, overcome them. Sorry, I'm gonna put these on because the sun is right in my eyes. The only problem is I can't read the comments as clear. I can just do that. Let's see, can I do it? All right. The hottest it gets in London. I don't know. What do you guys reckon? I'm not an expert on that. We've had some hot days. It's not particularly that hot today. How many degrees was it? I don't know. 30 degrees. That's pretty rare, right, in London? I think it was last year. I get the years mixed up. That we had a period where it was really hot, all time highs. Probably compared to your country and other countries, it's not so it can get hot here, but today's nice. Not that hot, it's just right. Yeah, focus comes to mind. I realized that yesterday. That's the challenge with building confidence, achieving goals, and getting past procrastination, putting things off, is that we all deep down know that we have to focus for a specific amount of time. And that's something that I've learned lately from the running, that you know, you don't have to focus for the whole day, because that's a lot of pressure on people. But there's a certain amount of time, so if you can focus for 1 hour a day, then you can get a lot of things done within that hour, and then you feel good. You know, once you get done what you need to do, what you're procrastinating on, it makes you feel really calm and happy and peaceful. And then you can enjoy the rest of your day, like one of you said, relaxing on the beach, or time on your own, or with friends, or however you want to spend the day. So it's not like it's forever. It's a certain amount of time that you've got to put some effort in. So this is also helpful to know. It gives you more confidence, and it gives you more, I guess it gives you more clarity on what you need to do, why you need to do it, what are the benefits. You're in the city. Wow. I mean, I've never experienced weather like that. 53 degrees. That's exciting. That's challenging. I suppose you get used to it. How to build a new social group when you've been socially isolated for years? Good question. Well, I think you've got to do what you've done today. You've got to find a community of like-minded people. So you're already starting on the right track, which you've on this community. To add to that, you've got to go to meetup groups that are in person, I feel. I run meetup groups every so often. I invite a lot of you down. So that's important. That's another thing you can do. Number two is, you know, when you get invites, if you get invites from family or friends, try and, you know, have the courage to go to those invitations. Another one is joining a gym, joining a boxing gym or a weightlifting gym, and you start to, you know, you make friends over time. But I'm not saying it's easy though, what you're asking, and I think it's a bit more difficult today with the time that we're living in, with social media being so prevalent and everyone spends a lot of time online, but you can do it. But I have done other videos on that, and I'd say, I think one of you said it yesterday or earlier, it's a process, you know, in building a group. It's not something that you can, again, you don't want to put too much pressure on yourself, because, you know, we're not, you know, there's only so many things that you can do and can control, but that would help a lot. That would increase your chances. Find a community of like-minded people, spend time, you know, do what you're doing, be yourself, be friendly, and over time, those relationships should naturally happen. Oh, the battery's really low now, it's gonna run soon. A few more minutes, we'll do a few more minutes and then I'm gonna have no choice to finish up. But there are a lot of people that are in your situation, Infinite Youth, or loads of people around the world that are trying to figure out how to, I've actually done a video, I've done a video this morning, I don't know if you saw it, it's on the channel, really dedicated to your question on how to get out of isolation, how to get your confidence back, how to get social again, how to rebuild relationships, how to build new relationships. So I went into detail, it's about 35 minutes. It might be worth looking at, it might help you. Oh, great. Maybe you want to ask yourself, how did you do it before? Sometimes that really helps me, Infinite Youth. I just sort of reflect on my life and ask myself, how did I do something before that I might be struggling with at the moment? And then often that can help you a lot. That can give you the answers that you need. Please keep all of your questions coming, guys and girls, as well, because I don't always know what you want me to teach you or help you with or talk about. There might be things that I've missed that are simple. I know some of you are asking me about a sleeping routine, and I've decided I will do a video on that and a live stream on how to fix your sleeping routine, because that does really help with a lot of these challenges and anxieties, and, you know, it makes your life go better. Any last final questions before I finish up, because the battery's going to run out? Well, I'm pleased that the connection was good today. That's great. Oh, sorry that. Yeah, Infinite Youth says, I think it was just being in a happy state of mind. That's it. You know, you've actually, from what I've seen, you've got all the answers. You've just got to keep doing what you've been doing, you know, gradually building yourself back. But that is correct from my knowledge, and I did a whole article I've been writing on that, which is, that is the answer. I'm going to make another video on that because a lot of people are looking for the answers for that. So, you know, overcoming procrastination, building confidence, making friends, getting social again, is all about what you said, Infinite Youth. It's getting into a good place again, a good state of mind, absolutely. How do you stay in the present and not worry about the future or be depressed by the past? That's a good question. By focusing, by having a daily routine, you know, fitness training. That's how I personally do it, and that's how I would teach people, help them. So, you know, having goals, having things to do throughout the day, going to the gym, cleaning your apartment, you know, trying to listen to positive people, do positive things. You know, a lot of it, again, which you've realized, is around the feel-good factor. Being patient, because again, you know, everybody struggles at times with anxiety and worry. So it's, again, it's learning how to, it's learning how to accept that you're human. None of us are perfect. You're going to have times where you're going to worry and you're not going to be present, but to persevere and try to get as consistent as you can with being more present. But I feel like you're on the right track. You're asking all the right questions and you're doing the right things. And as you said, it's being patient. It takes time, one day at a time. But just my own personal little bonus tip is the running really helps. If I go for a run, I get really present. And look, teaching helps me personally. Doing these streams, helping other people. I enjoy teaching. I enjoy doing the videos for the most part. So when I'm focused on something and I get into it and I warm up and relax, I get really present. And I think that's the same for pretty much everyone. So what is it that you enjoy doing in Infinite Youth that you could start to do today? You know, make it a habit. And that's why it's good to talk, it's good to communicate, because the more people communicate, the more they start to find the answers that they need and they feel better. And you can communicate your way from a negative place or a negative state of mind and get into a good place. And this is something that I feel pretty fortunate and happy when I'm able to do it for a client in a session, through having a conversation and helping them, supporting them, to getting them back into a good place. I understand that you're saying you're trying to forget about things that happened in your country in Iraq in 2015, but it still hurts. Yeah, I think, you know, we all deal with that. We've all got things, and that if we think about them, it's hurtful, things that have happened in our past. So that's why it is important to try and find things today that can take your mind off of thinking about things in the past that are gonna hurt you and make you feel bad. I would say that the two best things for that are exercising and relationships. You know, having friends or, you know, mentors, people to talk to take your mind off of it, to take your focus off of that. So the word focus comes to mind today. Yeah, Infinite Youth says, I've been going for walks every morning. That's brilliant. That's a really good sign. If you've been doing that every morning, then that's a sign that you're, you know, you're getting stronger, you're building confidence, and you're already doing a really positive habit. That's good for everyone. I love going for walks. I mean, even if people are in a good place or a negative place, it's always good to go out and get some fresh air, go for a walk, you feel better. Couple of cheesy things today, 2 words. They both begin with P: process and progress. It's a process, it takes time. Be patient, one day at a time, to build your confidence, to get into a good place again, to start being more social, enjoying being around people. And progress is what makes people happy, makes me happy, when you start to, you know, just start to monitor and appreciate the small bits of progress. So, you know, all of you have come on today. We've all made progress. I've made progress. All of you have. Well done. I just got an email there from a client. That's good. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, well done. We've made a lot of progress today. Well done for everyone coming on. Long may it last. I've certainly learnt a lot. I've got a better idea now of how I can help more people, explain it more. That's brilliant. That's awesome, Anis. Anis says, oh man, I'm waking up at 5 a.m. every morning. It makes me feel a lot better. That's great. You're welcome, Timmy. Good to see you on the stream. A lot of the times for people, I find from my experience of helping people, and you know, and also getting help myself, is it's usually something quite simple that we need that makes us feel better. Like this, a conversation, a communication. It doesn't always have to be something so extraordinary in order for us to be happy or to overcome an anxiety or just to enjoy the day more. Now that's a shame because I wanted to do longer on this stream, but my battery's running out. I'm going to try and get on later on because I want to do as much time as I can, because I've been doing a lot of fitness lately, which I love and enjoy, but I want to start to build more momentum with the channel, with the work with the business, and help more people, and I'm doing that, so that's great. Appreciate all of you supporting me as well. Thank you. When I do an event, guys and girls, I'd really like you to come down and we can do this in person. We can get a coffee, we can have a nice day out in the park, do an event, easy going, nothing too strenuous, and be in person. Obviously some of you, I know you can't get in person, that's fine. Come onto the community on the channel. If you've got a lot from this video today, if you're new to the channel, it would be great if you could subscribe. I really appreciate it. Come on, you know, more future live streams, videos, and hopefully you're going to apply this and start to enjoy your day more, enjoy your life more, get more confidence. Any final questions, last questions before I head off? Any last questions? Right, so yeah, that'll be it. Appreciate everyone coming on. I've learned a lot today from mentoring all of you and this community, and I'm going to make more videos. I'm going to try and get on later on if I can. So maybe if all of you fancy coming on later on, you can. I'll see if I can get the time and charge the phone. But yeah, that'll be it. Thanks for coming on. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll speak to all of you soon. Good luck with building your confidence, overcoming procrastination, and getting yourself back into a good place again. All right, have a good day, all of you. I appreciate you coming on.